Hi guys, and welcome back to the SN Studio for another video battle report. Today we have a special battle report for you because for the first time we will be playing on the new minimum measurements for the 9th edition game.
Yes.
So as you can see now on view to you guys at home, we have made this custom border to place on top of our mats, on our 6x4 mats, and it's very easily made. It's perspex covered with some black vinyl. Obviously, as you can see, we have done a special magic touch to put our SN logos engraved on the perspex itself, but they're really easy to put together. We have placed some what do you call this?
Velcro?
Velcro, yeah, perfect. Yeah, Velcro on the backs with a different piece of plastic to actually have the 4 pieces attached together, and very easy to store as well when you're actually not using it. So, to test this game today, DC has brought his beautiful word bearers back onto a game on YouTube, and I'll be playing the Studio Blood Angels. Why am I playing them? Well, there's a couple of factors to actually think about. So, me and DC were talking today what would be the best army to actually enjoy on this smaller battlefield and to actually test out. So we brought a good strong list, which are the word bearers, and DC has revamped his list for it to be a bit more shooty and to test the smaller measurements on, and to have an army that actually applies pressure, comes in from deep strike, and obviously is good in combat. We have brought this list which you see now on display. I think it's something, it's not as competitive as you might think, or we can actually say it's not as competitive as it should be, but it's something we can test. They are fast, they will apply pressure, and they're really good in close combat, which is something that we think Games Workshop has been thinking about. That's why the measurements is smaller. Yeah. So let's see how that goes. So without further ado, let's go straight onto lists. DC, let's start with yours.
All right. Okay. So correct, as Pardo said, guys. I brought a list that I thought I wanted to test one because I haven't played my word bearers in a little while.
Yeah.
And I mean, I played a little smidgen of word bearers in SM Plus recently.
Yeah. But
it wasn't pure. As I like to play them.
It was Heretic Astartes, wasn't it?
It was, with some knights.
Allied with knights.
Yeah, exactly. You love that game. So I brought a shooty list that I've been thinking about, and it has my new first seen on Leviathan, known as Belias. He is known as the Shield of Sakaris, which is our homeworld in the Eye of Terror, and he was there at the Horus Heresy. He loves all that jazz. But he's around, and he's got his twin butcher cannons. I'll explain where he fits in the list in a moment. But I wanted to special mention because he's featured, and I hope he does well for the first time. He'll probably do terrible now. New model syndrome.
For sure.
Every time.
Explode straight away.
So, brought a shooty list. I thought that I'd bring something that, for me, when I was thinking, when we were talking about the new board size, is something that I want to look at how screening operated and how we can push things out, how I can try and hold off, because originally I believe you said you were going to play Nids, right?
Yes, I was going to play Nids.
So you're going to play as Nids.
Till this afternoon where I changed.
Okay, bodies, I need bodies, I need to hold them off, create a line. It's not tailoring, it's just general, how I wanted to play as well with more cultists. And at the end of the day, we're just kind of experimenting, aren't we? I mean,
yeah.
We don't know the 9th rules yet. We're just playing with the different board size, see how it feels. Heavens wide, 17.
Yeah, it could change drastically. Like we're playing 8th on the smaller board size.
Yeah.
End of. It could change so much, but we just wanted to get that feel because hopefully we will get that feel of the smaller board size at the end of the game.
So, what did I bring? Well, let's begin. 2 battalions, which gives me 13 CP to start with, which I spend a few on the way there. So let's begin with battalion number 1. We've got Malik himself, Dark Apostle. He is my Warlord, of course. He has to be.
Has to be.
And if you're a word bearer player that doesn't put a Dark Apostle as your Warlord, then you need words.
If you're a word bearer player and you haven't got a poster of Malik on your bedroom wall, you're not a proper word-bearer's breath.
Let me know, I'll send you one. I have one on my wall. So Malik is the Warlord. He has the Voice of Lorgar to extend any of his aura abilities out by 3 inches, which is super handy because he also has the Apostle of the Dark Council, which gives him extra prayer. So I'm giving him the Benediction of Darkness -1, giving him the Illusory Supplication, I think it's called. Basically, the one that gives a 5-up Phenol Pain bubble. Or sorry, Invuln, I should say, not Phenol Pain. And then he also has a relic, which is the Baleful Icon.
Which is great.
Baleful Icon.
It's an amazing relic.
I love it. It's anything within, 9 inches of him, because the Voice of Lorgar to extend his aura. Anything within that unit, any unit within, it's -2 to charge them. So the list works basically on him spreading out all the cultists. They harder to charge, and then all my tasty stuff in the back kind of, does the damage. So he leads it. He's the Warlord. Following him, we've got the Sorcerer, sent from the Dark Council to keep an eye on Malik. I don't think he's got a name yet. I think it was Silas, but I remember.
Silas is cool.
I think it was Silas. I think so. I'll have to check back on my tome. So he, Mark of Nurgle, actually, I've done a little bit different this time. I used that at a tournament once, Mark of Nurgle and Miasma Pestilence for the extra -1. So they're both giving -1s off, which is kind of handy. And then he's got Death Hex, because any invulns, get rid of it, any of that jazz. So following that, we go on to, it's basically 2 big squads, one of 29, one of 30. The 30's got the heavy stubber of all cultists. Those 2 actually have Mark of Slaanesh, whereas the others, which I'll explain in a moment, is Mark of Nurgle. And we have, with those, 5 Chaos Space Marines. Because I love Chaos Space Marines. They're not very good, but if I bring 5 along...
But I love them.
But I love them, so I bring them. Yeah. So they do what they say on the tin. I kind of just hold them objectives because they're kind of hard to kill. And that's that, They are part of that battalion, and then Belias is within the 1st Battalion himself.
Okay.
The Shield of Zakaris. Oh, I love him. He's so good. he's so good. So, next battalion, we have my Master of Possession, which still is not named. I don't think he ever will be. I like him as mysterious, man. He's mysterious. We have him. He's got the Malefic Tome, so I spent an extra CP for a relic to give him a +1 to all of his psychic abilities, and he knows an extra power. He knows Cursed Earth for that Invulnerable bubble. He knows Infernal Power for reroll 1s to hit and to wound. And then the last one is called Sacrifice, which is just basically you can suck wounds off someone and give it to someone else, which is kind of cool. I don't use it very often, but it's always there just to be handy. The +1 is the important thing.
Yeah.
Then, next along, we've got the Lord Discordant. Absolutely love him. I actually like him as a supporting unit rather than, say, what Chris uses in his Red Corsairs, which is very like attacky, frontal assault.
Yeah.
My guy's a buffing guy, hence why he's got the autocannon.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper and gives a bit of range. He buffs the 3 boys here. These guys put the work in. This is the nastiness.
Yeah, that's the heart of the army, really.
This is the heart of the army, and everything synergizes with these guys. And they're in that battalion in the elite slots. They are decimators with soul burner petards. They are incredible. 2d3 mortal wounds.
Expensive.
210 points per one.
But very good.
So that is
especially when you're hitting on 2s.
Yes.
Because basically what the soul petards do is for every hit, you suffer a mortal wound. End of. You just have to hit.
Yes.
So when they normally hit on 3s with some buffs, they will be hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s if you get cast the proper psychic powers, and so they're nasty. They're very nasty. They move 10 inches.
They move 10, but
they're assault weapons, aren't they?
They are assault weapons, so you can advance and shoot them with a -1. I often don't, but I've spent some more CP. So I've spent another CP on the detachment, which is called Soulforge Pack, which gives me access to a relic called Master of Soulforges, a Warlord trait, which I give then for another CP for the Disco Lord.
So that's 4 CP spent, right?
Correct, yeah. The Warlord, the extra relic, the extra Warlord trait, and the Detachment. 4 CP to start, so I'm down with 9. But it means that these guys then move 12. Which then, it's only 2 inches, but honestly, every time it really adds up as the game goes on.
Especially in a smaller board, so we'll see.
Exactly,
we'll actually probably notice it even more.
Yeah, so so I brought I like to call it my Walker list, perhaps, my Dreadnought Walker list. These boys, and that rounds off the battalion. So I've got those two battalions.
I think you didn't mention the units.
Oh, sorry, the troops. Right? Basically, the fodder, I've got 2 units of 10, close combat, and then I've got another unit of 10, which I just shoot. Mainly because I ran out of cultists with guns, so the other ones have to take up the sticks and whatever else they can find.
You don't get a long range gun. Here's your stick.
Here's your stick. Get them.
Just to say, okay, I'll put some fire on it.
So yeah, that's the whole list. 1750 on the button, I believe.
Yeah, so yeah, we are playing 1750. I haven't actually mentioned that. Another thing that we know is 9th edition, the points will go up.
Yes.
Meaning that, they've actually said that most of everything. They actually said everything, didn't they?
Cultists have gone up.
We know cultists that have gone up even more than what they were before. Marine things like intercessors have gone up as well by 3 points, meaning that a unit of 10 is actually 30 points more, meaning that armies will be smaller. That's why we're now playing 1750 in the run up to 9th edition, because I think this is what we'll be seeing more in 2000 points.
Well, maybe not as many cultists.
No, probably not. So is that your list?
That's me done, yeah.
Okay, we move on to the Blood Angels again, guys. This is a list that we've built this afternoon specifically just to make use of the smaller board and see how applying pressure and close combat really benefits from a smaller board. This is why, please don't get angry with me. I normally don't play Blood Angels, so I hope I don't make any mistakes. But we are starting with only 5 command points. Because we didn't want to use silly points on things like Marines. This is an old edition army that we have at the studio, so we haven't got anything Primaris or anything like that. And I was going to start putting some scouts in just to get the extra CP, but today we're here just to test out the boards, and the game is basically because of that. So I said, look, scrap the CP and let's just build an all-fast army, which will make the most. It's very cool. It's a very cool list.
It's the rule of cool.
Very fluffy. Very cool.
Can't argue with the rule of cool.
Yeah, very fluffy, very cool, very fast, and will be a good taster for the board. Yep. So without further ado, straight onto list. I've got an Outrider detachment, and the Outrider I've got Dante himself leading the Outrider detachment. Has to, yes. Such a cool model. I wasn't gonna fit him in, but then I said like, oh, you're so too cool. I read one of his books not so long ago, so I was just like, oh, Dante. So he's in. He was in straight away. Dante's first. And then I've got 3 units of Assault Marines, all equipped differently. So I've got 2 units of 10. On the left one, we've got 2 Melters, and the Sergeant's got a Power Maul and a Combat Shield. To my right, we've got another unit of 10, the Eviscerator on the Sergeant, and we've got again a rinse and repeat 2 Melters in that unit as well. And then in the unit in the center, we've got an 8-man unit. 2 Melters again in that one, and the Sergeant is taking a Power Sword.
You say it's not competitive, and I know, of course, in current meta, etc., people are going to say, but like that's a lot of Melter.
Yeah, there's a lot. I like Melter.
If you get in my lines,
I like Melter. I do need first turn. I do need first turn, but we'll see what happens there. So yeah, that's my, I believe that's my Outrider. Yeah, that's my Outrider. And then we go on to the Vanguard, so the elite slots. We've got, where are we? Yeah, we've got, are we doing, is it elite? Is it elite?
Vanguard is elite slot?
Yeah, we've got a Librarian, and he's taken, I do need to check this actually. I do need to check this. So we have, the Librarian's actually taken, let me just check here quickly. Here we have it. Yeah, the Librarian's actually taken Unleash Rage, and he's taken Shield of Sanguinius. So basically, grants a unit a 5-up invulnerable save, and Unleash Rage gives a unit a +1 attack. Nice. He's the second HQ there is my Warlord, and he's a Smash Captain. So basically, the proper Smash Captains. I haven't got a lot of CP to actually make him into a beast, but he is taking Artisan of War. for his Warlord trait, which grants him an extra damage on his weapon, so damage 4 on the Thunderhammer.
Nice.
And then we've got Angel's Wing as his relic, which replaces the jump pack which he has already. Again, sorry, I did miss that the librarian does have a Infernal Pistol, Power Axe, and upgraded to have the jump pack. And Angel's Wing, what it does is he can reroll charges, and he you can't get Overwatch against him. So yeah, basically that's.
I hate Smash Captains.
We've got Death Company in the back, so a unit of 10 again, as WYSIWYG as we have it. So we've got 6 models equipped with chainswords, 2 models equipped with power swords, a Thunderhammer, and a Power Fist. I don't think we've got any Infernal Pistols in there. No, we don't. Then we've got a Devastator squad, 2 missiles. No, sorry, 1 missile. I had to take one out to actually fit into the 1750. So we've got 1 missile, 1 heavy bolter, and 2 las cannons in the heavy slot there for the Devastator squad. It's something I really like. I really like the blue helmets for the.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So cool. So
it's very cool.
So fluffy. Fluffy now. It's like old, isn't it? It's like
OG. And the yellows, and there's a beaker or 2.
No, yeah, no, that unit is full of beaks.
Full of beaks.
Or beaks.
So cool.
Yeah, and then we've got Sanguinary Guard, a unit of 4 because it's all we have. We had a unit of 5, but now the standard bearer is a separate unit.
Oh.
It's like a standard bearer basically. It's an ancient, isn't it?
Right, of course.
One's equipped with an axe, and then one's equipped with again Infernal Pistol.
Cool.
And then we've got in the flyer as a fire, I'm bringing a Storm Raven. I'm not a big fan of flyers in general, but this guy's a beast. He's expensive, but when you're packing 2 multi-melters, 2 las cannons, and the missiles, you understand why it's expensive.
Yeah, he's a beast.
So yeah, he's a beast. And yeah, that's my list. 1750 again on the nose. I believe it's on the nose. No, I think I'm 6 points under actually, but there's nothing else I can fit in.
Huh. You can have a Cultist for 6 points.
I took off the missile and I replaced it for heavy bolter, but there was nothing else I could basically fit in. I don't think I've missed anything, and yeah, that's my list.
I like it. I think if it gets in my face, it's going to hurt.
I hope I get in your face. So we have decided, even without rolling, that we will be playing Dawn of War to test out the board.
Yeah.
And we are playing Crusade Mission from Chapter Approved 2019. And we're playing on this gorgeous battlefield, perfect battle mat that goes really well with the terrain on it. One of our favorites, and it was a really good crowd pleaser at No Retreat 8 as well. So there we have it. Both armies now ready.
One thing before.
One thing, yes. Oh yes, before I forget, I always forget about this. You have it the wrong way around. There you go. There you go. There you go. Katijan Colonel.
So, the Katijan Colonel, we still have him because we're still on our way to 12,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
So, I think we're on like 10,300 at the part of the video.
Yes.
So, thank you so much to all the subscribers so far. If you want to jump on the competition, jump on our social media. You will see the competitions there. It's just basically tag people, follow, sub to our YouTube. Hopefully you will if you're watching. And then you get a chance to win this guy because he is rare.
He is rare. He is super rare.
Super rare. He's going away now.
Bye bye. So there we have it. We'll catch you back after deployment. See you now. And here we go. Both armies now deployed on the table and ready for war.
Nervous.
You're nervous?
Yeah.
I'm excited to play on this smaller board. It's just so small. It feels so small. Oh, let's see what happens. It's very strange.
It's strange. I've lost deployment inches and Death Company looking at me, so I'm a bit like,
what's going to happen?
Yeah.
What's going to happen? So, objectives are now on the table. Just a reminder, we are playing Crusade, just in case you skipped the introduction. So 6 objectives on the table, already scattered. As from turn 2, you score points in your turn if you are within 3 inches of any of these objectives. So we're going to go through deployment now. We're going to start off with my deployment. So it's quite simple actually. I've got a lot of things in reserve. I think I had 650 points in reserve, but we'll go over that after I show you off what I actually have on the board at the moment. So, Devastator squad upon this ruin. And remember, we are playing Dawn of War, and obviously it's a 10-inch Dawn of War, not 12, because of the 2 that we lose from the new table measurements. So, Devastator squad just upon this ruin. In the middle, we've got the Death Company ready to move forward. There is a nice little strat where you can pre-move before the game actually starts, so it's always good to have them deployed in the center of the battlefield, just to make good use of where they actually go. Dante following behind, as well as the Librarian, and then one of the Assault Marines just here behind these crates, and then we've got the Storm Raven just upon them, ready to move forward, engines revving. And then we go on to the Chaos side, who as you can see, they look quite scared. This is good for me, you know, DC, because when my Assault Marines start dropping in, you're actually going to be quite surrounded. Well, but let's see what happens. Yeah, let's see what happens. I haven't played Blood Angel, so I'm talking like I'm a pro, but I'll probably not be a pro. So in reserve, I've also got 2 units of Assault Marines, as you saw at the beginning. We've got the Sanguinary Guards, and we've got the Smash Captain as well in reserve. And I think that's it. 4 units in reserve coming down. I do want to take as much time to come down, because Blood Angels get really good. That's from turn 3.
Oh, that's good for me. Yeah. Great, so you're not going to go down to turn 3?
Maybe. I'll probably come down turn 2 and just turn away. Okay, so DC, take us through your deployments. What's all this here?
Okay, so my thought process was that if you can use that stratagem, which I know a little bit about, by a little bit I mean very, very little.
Yeah.
I know it exists.
Remember, I've just got 5 CP. So,
but I don't mind. Yeah, but you'll happily... Basically, this is the plan. The idea was, if I spread out in the centre, you could have locked up a lot of my units for shooting. It's quite a shooty army, and I need those mortal wounds going off. So I thought, well, if I hide, create walls around the assets, and then hopefully weather the first storm. Because if it's 1 unit of Death Company and they kill some cultists and don't get through to the good stuff, then I can hit back, push out, and try and put some hurt on him. That's the idea.
Cool. So take us through what the deployment is actually like.
We've got 10 cultists with close combat here.
This possessor is actually not there. I moved him for a little snap.
So he's a little picky.
Yeah.
He was having a look over the lines, I saw.
Okay.
So 10 cultists close combat.
Yeah.
And then we've got a snake actually of 30, which goes through here, through the ruins, and around here.
Yep.
And then we've got 10 more close combat cultists on this line here, the deployment zone.
Yeah,
just about just under an inch.
Okay, making good use of that ruin there.
And then we've got 29 cultists here in a big line. And then sneaky, if you follow me.
Follow me.
Come with me. Follow me. You'll see some brave Space Marines as always.
They're always hiding.
They're always brave.
They lead the army to battle, then they hide.
Just hide behind.
And wait for the cultists to die, and then come out and celebrate.
So they're hiding, and then we've got 10 cultists here, just holding that corner.
Yeah, close to about 2 units close to that objective, which is good. Okay, well, we've got a couple of characters here as well, hiding away. So Disco Lord,
Master Possession, Malak himself, and then the Sorcerer.
And then obviously the Leviathan, the big boy, and the 3, what are they again?
Decimators,
that's it.
The Saltburner Petards.
Cool. So there is our deployment. again, very weird to see it in such smaller measurements. But let's see how this feels. We're actually playing this game to see how this actually feels. Obviously this isn't 9th edition, this is 8th edition, so we're just testing out how this smaller battlefield works out in the game. So hopefully we know, or we fingers crossed, that 9th edition works really well with this smaller battlefield, but we are testing it out to see how it actually feels at least.
Worst case scenario, we play it, and 9th is very, very different to how we're doing it now.
Yeah,
which has some fun.
Which I don't think it won't be that different. It'll just have some mechanics different. But look, we are, and again, we explained at the beginning already. We are playing 1750 because they have said that points will go up and smaller. So let's see how it goes. So I do want to go first. Obviously, I do want the Alpha Strike on turn 1. DC, obviously, you do want to go first as well.
Yes, I need to push out. Okay. I think I do. I don't want that. I don't want them into my face.
So you do want to steal the initiative?
I do.
Try to steal.
I'm going to use Chris's watermelon dice.
Yes, watermelon dice.
They do look like
watermelon.
Yeah.
You just want to eat them.
Yeah.
Little cubes of nice fresh watermelon. Okay, looking for a 6 here. Can he get it?
Oh!
No, not again!
That's 3 times!
3 times in a row.
3 times!
Ouch! Catch you back after movement for the Word Bearers. Here we go, movement over for the Word Bearers after sneakily stealing the initiative for the 3rd time. Now it's not even funny.
I'm sorry.
I just hate you now.
I'm not sorry.
Once is like, ha ha, second is like, ha, the third is like, no. Yeah. It's not funny anymore. Stop doing it.
Yeah, I was... Yeah.
So a couple of things have happened. So I was really scratching my brain about using Forlorn Fury to actually move the Death Company out. This was something I was supposed to use towards the enemy, but look, I pre-measured the Leviathan moving at where it actually is now, and he would be still in range from the Death Company in the deployment zone. So I actually had to use Forlorn Fury defensively to actually move this way. I got a 5 on the advance roll to actually have them survive a bit more in the game. Look, there's not a lot on this table side to actually kill, but at least they survive a bit more and they can capture some of the objectives. So yeah, it's the only thing I could do. 2 CP already gone, 3 left, but that's how I wanted to play. So let's see how it goes. So DC, your movement is now over. Everything's actually moved, hasn't it? There's been a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
The movement has actually taken quite a long time to actually do. So take us through what's actually happened.
It's quite fiddly. But okay, so what we've got. These guys have just moved forward normally.
Yeah.
These guys have advanced, but they're actually snaking through.
Yeah, that's the big unit,
yeah,
right?
The big unit, and they go around. It's like a big long snake.
Okay.
We've got these guys who have advanced also.
Yeah, that's the assault squad.
Assault squad. There is another assault squad roughly around here.
Yeah.
But it's
just underneath that bunker.
Use your imagination, guys. And then the Belias has moved out. The Shield of Sakaris is my boy. He's moved out to try and get some shots. See if I try and get the Death Company, but he's hidden them. The Master Possession, Disco Lord, and Sorcerer have all pushed round along with these guys. Now, don't forget that they've got movement 12 instead of 10 because of Master of Forges to give them that little bit of bump, which actually came in really handy this time.
That's something I didn't know because I was planning off camera to actually move the Death Company behind this ruin, but then he did mention that they get +2, meaning that they would be able to fire at the Death Company. And
so now they're out of, obviously they're not in range of Death Company, but we've got some range here on the flyer and the other fellas, and that's about it. Malik has bravely moved inside. And I've got to do his prayers for him.
Okay.
So he was within 9 of Belias there for a -1 to hit on him.
Okay.
Which goes off.
Yeah, just about.
Just about. And then he's going to do the bubble of any model within 9 of him gets a 5-up invulnerable save.
Okay.
Illusory Supplication.
Yep, that's a 6, so that's a pass as well.
So that's his 2 prayers done.
Yeah.
And that's the movement.
Okay. Shall we go into the cycling phase before we cut off?
Yeah, quickly.
And then we can move on to the shooting phase. So
Master Possession with my favourite Malefic Tome.
I can't deny, even though I've got the Librarian on the table, it's very far away. So
he's too far. So he gets +1 to cast on these.
Okay.
He's going to do Infernal Power first. That goes off on a 6 with a +1.
Okay.
And then he's going to do Curse Earth to give those guys a 4-up. which it goes off 6/7. It goes off with the +1 as well.
Just about.
Ooh, this is lucky. He's done, and what we're going to do is give Miasma a Pestilence for -1 to hit, and we'll do it on the front Decimator.
Because they're all mark of Nurgle.
Exactly.
And that goes off as well.
That goes off, and the other power is Death Hex, which is kind of pointless.
Yeah,
Not right now.
No, not right now.
Hopefully when some certain Sanguinius guards show up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's done. And that's it. The cycle phase is over.
Perfect. So there you have it. Interesting to see what actually happens. Let's go on to the shooting phase coming up next.
Sanguinius guard don't have an invulnerable save.
Yeah, don't confuse me.
It's not that. It's your power thing.
Yeah, I can give a unit a 5-up invulnerable save. Yeah.
Not that I tailored the list against him.
Yeah, but when I told you, probably have it in your head from when I explained it.
Either way, he'll be smiting things more than Death Hex, I imagine. So
shooting phase.
Let's do it.
What's starting it all off? So there's a lot of shooting actually.
Right, we're going to go Decimator number 1.
Okay.
Which is Bob.
Yeah. Bob, closest target into the unit of Assault Marines, right?
Because the Eviscerator guy is just touching him, so I'm gonna mortal wound him into oblivion. So we're going to do it individually, gun by gun. Okay. Because any hits of a 1 is mortal wound on myself, but I can re-roll with Infernal Power. So that's 5 shots, which is really nice.
Good start.
Good start. And we're hitting on 2s because of the Disco Lord, and we're re-rolling 1s for Infernal Power. And that's 5 mortal wounds.
Perfect, so 5 dead straight away. and then the second gun.
The next gun is 5 again. No, 4. Apologies. 4 shots. And re-rolling that 1 for Infernal Power. Oh, takes a mortal wound.
5, 6, 7, 8 dead. 2 remaining on this unit. I will remove them and we'll catch back for the next unit of shooting. We move on to the next unit.
That was fun. Right.
That wasn't fun.
Right, we're going to do the next Decimator.
Yeah.
His name is Bill.
Bill
is going to fire at the Storm Raven.
Yes, sir.
I got the name right. All right.
Okay, so do you get hots on a 1? Because I do give you a -1, so but you get a +1 and
I get +1.
So you don't get hot on 2s.
Okay.
Okay, because that's how it works, right? It's like it gets hot for the mortal wounds back on you.
Any roll of a 1, it says, that's all.
Okay, so they would go on 1s and 2s then. But you get a +1 anyway, so it goes back to 1s.
Okay. Don't confuse me. First gun. 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. And that is 1, 2, 3, and I re-roll the 1 for Infernal Power. For another 3.
4 already.
4 already. And then the next gun. Nice. 5. So I can't re-roll these, but
they're not hits.
They're mortal wounds because they're -1?
No,
+1.
No.
Okay.
Because I just have a -1 for the flyer.
Makes sense.
So you're hitting on 3s.
So that's another 3.
Okay.
And then we'll just carry on with the next
4, 5, 6, 7 wounds on now. So 7 wounds remaining.
Yep.
And then you can do the next one.
Which is Beatrice. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Yeah, 3. So that's 2 more. 2 more.
Okay, so 9 already.
And
so
then
5 left. And that's a good roll. That's what you wanted.
That's what I wanted. Okay, here we go.
Hitting on 3s.
Ooh, re-rolling.
Okay.
So that's mortal wound on me.
Yeah, and that's
nothing.
So 3 more. So 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 remaining on him. Lucky. I don't know if it's actually lucky or unlucky, but he's only on 2 wounds remaining. Oh, this unit is already gone. Ouch, ouch, ouch. We'll catch you back for the last unit shooting. Here we go. Disco Lord. I did say the last unit to shoot, but there's still
always one more with the word.
There's always
there.
A couple actually still to fire.
Sneaky.
So Disco Lord into the Storm Raven. Let's see if we can take him out. He does hit on 2s because he does have +1.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't get affected by because he doesn't have a demon keyword. He has demon engine. Doesn't get affected by Infernal Power. So it's 1 hit and strength.
What's your strength? My toughness is 7.
Then it's 4s, yeah, because it's strength 7.
Wound. Okay, minus?
Autocannon. -1, 2 damage.
1. 4 up. Note, I do have to re-roll this because if not, he's basically dead. 1 more command point off the way, and he is dead anyway. Because you do have a -1, right?
I do.
Yeah. Does he blow up? No, he doesn't. That's a 3. That's the Storm Raven removed as well. Okay, what's happening next?
I don't know.
Do you want to think about it?
Yeah.
Elias now firing into the only unit he actually can which are these two Assault Marines up in the open. May the Emperor be with them. Here is 16 shots, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. Okay, so a couple of misses. That's another two.
That's quite a lot of misses.
Quite a lot of misses, yeah. And wounding on 2s, a couple.
More again.
So what's that?
5. Just 5.
Okay, it's got 5 dice here. -1, so 4 ups. And that is them removed again. Another unit now, second unit off the table. You do get first strike from the Storm Raven already. And now you do have a couple of more pop shots here and there.
Yeah, I've got them. Here's one I made earlier. I've got all my dice ready. Just 5 little pea shooters from my cultists here.
Yep, into the Death Company.
But first of all, I'll do the
Marines inside the ruins. Okay.
So hitting on 3s.
Yeah. Oh, that's not a very good roll.
I don't like Chris's dice.
Yeah.
Death of the False Emperor was shooting, right? Yeah.
And then 2. Wounding on 4, so 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
3 ups.
Yes!
2 misses. And 6 up. Ignore them. No, that's 2 dead. Okay, so these 2 are dead. And my rolling carries on the same. Doesn't change.
Are these the glow in the dark dice?
No, these are different.
Because they look similar.
They're different.
Okay.
They're not glowing.
What happened to the last ones?
I've thrown them already.
Pea shooters, just the 2, and 1 wound.
1 wound.
Come on.
3 up.
Yay!
1. 6 up. No,
Yay.
that's another one dead.
How many points are they?
I don't know. I don't even want to think about how many points they are. Okay. Is that the end of your shooting? Nothing else can shoot, right?
Nothing else can shoot.
Okay.
I don't believe, because they're the closest.
Yeah.
Nothing else is in range. Because a couple of these could do pot shots, but that was it.
Cool. Cool for you, not cool for me. Okay, so you do get first strike, so you do gain a point, and we don't score to next turn. So let's see how I do next turn. We still have a turn to go for my reserve to come in. I think I'm gonna play a bit of hide and seek now. We'll catch you back for my turn 1.
And the move. Oh, where are all the Blood Angels?
We've run away!
They've moved over here. What is left of the beleaguered forces of the Blood Angels? We've got the Death Company moving towards the little foxhole or pillbox that the Chaos Space Marines blasted some bolters out into them, and then obviously the Cultists capturing that objective there. We've had Dante and his magician friend.
Yep.
Yep.
That's his magician friend. Will probably vanish soon. You'll vanish as well.
So, they moved on. Have they both advanced?
Yeah, both advanced. 5 and a 4. So.
Okay, so they both advanced, shooting over this way to try and support. Now, a little measuring revelation, we found that actually the Devastators are out of range.
No, they're in range of the Leviathan, but they just can't see him.
But they can't see.
Your luck carries on, DC. And then I'm out of range of them. So basically they're going to fire through the little opening there. They're just going to fire into
just shoot at them. I love it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so quite a quick turn. What we're going to do is go to the Psychic phase quickly.
Psychic phase, yeah. So I will do Unleash Rage onto the Death Company. Okay, sure. I do need a 6. That's a pass.
Lovely.
Yeah, can't deny because you're out of deny range. And then I'm just going to smite the closest visible target, which is the guys inside. So I do need a 5 and a fail. Bada Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And we'll catch you back in the charge phase.
Catch you.
Oh wait, no, shooting first.
Let me shoot at least. Let me shoot.
Okay, we're back. It's a shooting phase. We'll let him have one. Little shots that he has. We're going to start off with the Devastators flying straight over. Their salvos going into that ruin and killing some Chaos Space Marines.
Trying to kill.
All right, what are we going with first?
I'm always trying. Okay, so heavy bolter into them, hitting on 3s. I will be. I wouldn't have used it on. I would have actually used. If you don't mind, I will be using the Signum on him. Do you what? I'm gonna re-roll that.
All right.
But he will be, so he gets a +1. Basically.
Oh, lovely.
But I'm gonna re-roll that.
Oh, you
so hitting on 2s, yeah, I'll do it to make it perfect. And then strength 5, so wounding on 3s. 2 wounds.
That's 2 wounds.
-1, which becomes a no minus.
Yep. So 3 ups. 1 goes.
1 goes. No rerolls, right?
No, no
so
rerolls.
4 left. And then I'm gonna go for missile.
Okay.
Crack grenade, crack missile. So that's a hit. And that's a wound. -2 on this, so -1. So 4 up.
4
That's
up.
a pass.
He's
And then
okay.
the 2 las cannons. 1 hits. And 1 wounds. -3. So 5 up.
5 up. No.
So that's another one dead. So 3 left there.
3 left.
Next up, I'm going to go pistols, all of them into the same units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And wounding on 4s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
No minus, so 2 up saves.
2 up saves. We're okay.
Okay. And then, is my bolter in range actually? No, my bolter's out of range. They just have pistols, so they're out of range.
And they're advanced.
And advanced anyway, that's true. But I think the infernal pistol, I think, is a assault weapon, yeah. So yeah, that's the end of my shooting phase. Let me have a think about if I'm charging both units or not, and we'll catch you back for the charge phase.
Alright, catch you back in a moment. Just before the charge phase commences, we have to do a little bit of admin. We need to do a leadership test.
Yes,
for
we do.
The brave Death Company.
So leadership 7, actually, I just remembered, so sorry about that. For those of you who have already commented that they should have had a leadership test, remove your comments now. Okay, so leadership 7, I did lose 3, so on a 5 or 6, another one runs away. They shall know no fear.
Of course.
So reroll that into a 5, so 1 still runs away.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, no.
Okay, and now charging both units. So
okay,
20 shots from there.
20 shots. Let's start off. I've got them here, ready to go. 6s. We've got 3 hits. And no wounds. And then how many guys do I have left? 3 guys.
3 guys left.
1. Only 2 can see out of those because they're almost hidden. Actually, or can they all see?
No, they can all see.
Okay.
They can all see.
So then we've got these shots. 6s. Ooh, got 2. 2 wounds. That's big.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. Here we
Okay.
come. 2 ones.
Watch me fail.
Yay!
Like that. 1 go. 1's dead. 6 up. No, so that's another 1 dead. Okay. And now my charge. Watch me roll a double 1.
Ooh, it's close as a 4.
Let me
I
check.
think you'd be okay.
Let me check.
With a +1.
Yeah, that's fine with 4-4, and then these guys.
Yeah, that's
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so just about.
We'll pile in and we'll catch you back for some combat. Okay, we're back. Those 3 Death Company Marines are producing this number of attacks.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Maybe I'm cheating. I hope not. So they've got 2 attacks each.
Yep.
They've got a shock assault. They've got chain swords.
Yep.
They've got black rage.
Lovely.
Black rage, yeah. And then they've got the psychic power on.
Yes.
So yeah,
Which
I
is
think
the
I'm
other
doing it right.
range.
Yeah, which is the fury. What was it? I said it before.
Rage. Fury.
Unleash rage.
Unleash
Black
the
rage. Unleash rage. So I think so. These are all going into the cultists, and then these 2 guys are going into the marines.
Okay, that's some dead cultists.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that my charge roll was actually a 5 because I do get a +1 to advances and charges because I'm a blood angel, blood marine. I was going to say
blood marine.
Those are blood marines, the ones that are
smeared.
the ones that are smeared around there. Those are blood marines. Okay, so hitting on 3s. Okay.
Amazing.
Okay.
How long have you been rolling like this?
That's nice. A month. It's the cursed month. I thought that June was going to be better, but it's actually getting worse. Okay, and
3s. Or each other.
2s because I get +1 to wounds.
Wow. Okay.
2s.
2s.
Okay, so that's another drop to there. So 2, 4, 6, 7.
7. 2,
No minus.
4, 6, 7. No minus?
Nope.
T-shirts. Hey, save 2.
Okay,
So
5.
5.
Dead. Okay, I'll just mark it with a 5.
Thank you.
And then let's do these guys.
Okay.
So he's got 2 attacks, +1 for charging,
Yep.
+1 for unleash rage, +1 for black rage. I think that's right.
Is this the...
This is both of them are exactly the same actually.
Oh, okay.
But we'll do one at a time because this is D3. It doesn't really matter. We can do them all.
Yes.
They're both strength 8. Both strength 8, and this one has damage D3, but you just have 1 wound each, so I can do them all, and they have -1 to hit as well.
I love the idea of him just punching through the window with his power fist.
That's it. And hoping someone knocks someone down the other side. So yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
So let me just check. Yeah, Black Rage. Okay, so they've got 2 attacks each, just to make sure, and +1 for Shock Assault, +1 for Black Rage, and +1 for the Psychic Power. I'm doing them at the same time. Hopefully, I think in my head it's the same thing right now, but let's see, because they both have -1 to it. So hitting on 4s. Okay, missing a couple, and then wounding on 2s normally anyway.
Yep.
Even with a +1, I can't go to 1 sadly. So 2s. Okay, so 3, 4, 5 at -3.
Okay, so 5 6s. Ooh, save 1, but 4. That's all them gone.
That's the unit.
That's first strike for you, sir.
Yeah. Wow. Yay! I'm back in the game. I'm back in the game. Do you have to do a leadership test?
On the other fellas, they've lost 5. The leadership is 6. So, they're okay.
Are they okay?
Well, yeah. If I roll a 1, I've lost 5.
Okay.
That makes 6.
Okay. I'm used to it this month. I'm just used to it.
They continue.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll move some models.
I just want to spend 3 CP and attack again and just wipe them out. Like I should have, but I'm not.
I think that's probably the best thing, Mr. Pardo. All right. I'll remove the bodies and then we shall
attack back.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's take 5 out. So I've got 5 dudes left. 1 with the champ. That's 6.
You know the worst thing about this is that you're grabbing the objective. You're still going to get a point on your turn because you're a troop choice.
I love that.
Disgusting. Okay.
He's so angry. Okay, let's go. No death to the False Emperor for my little guys, but that is 4 hits. 5s to wound. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Nothing. At least that's something, Mr. Pardo.
Yeah.
Right, we move the bodies. Time to turn to movement. Ha 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 for the word bearers.
And look at DC's lovely board patterns he's performing with this with these cultists.
It's my symphony.
Dun, 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 dun. Dancing with lines. Okay.
Well, yes, so I'll take you through what looks like madness, I know, but there is theory to that. So
it looks quite interesting.
All the cultists,
looks like a little graph.
All the cultists have advanced.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys got a 6, which I was very happy with. Made you push them right up the board.
Yeah.
Then these guys only got a 2, but they're basically they start here.
Okay.
And they wrap around. It's like a roller coaster, and they go to here.
Okay.
Then there's another unit that starts here,
and
that is the one that's advanced in 6.
Okay.
There is a unit of 10 here. That's where Malik is, by the way, so everyone knows.
Marked him there, just there, so we know where his auras are going.
Yes, he's well within the 9 he basically needs to be of all these guys for the Baleful icon, which is -2 to charges. But it's important because when you come down, it'll make it a bit harder for you. These guys have advanced and just spread out further. These guys haven't advanced, but I don't want to push them too far forward. In case obviously you get the charges off, etc, etc.
Don't be silly about it.
These guys have advanced to move around and obviously just cover all the bases, etc. And Belias has shuffled this way.
Yeah.
Still can't be seen by...
Still can't be seen.
For such a large guy.
He's so small.
He's so sneaky.
He's so small that you can't actually... The sneaky Leviathan.
Sneaky Leviathan, that is Belias.
Yeah.
So he is in range of your Death Company.
Okay.
And only him and the Lord Discordant, which I've yet to name still,
can actually shoot. So it's going to be. It should be quite a quick turn.
Yes.
So let's go straight on to your prayers first.
Yes. Okay. So we'll do the 5-up bubble again.
Obviously, this would have to be at the beginning, but we would like to show you on camera.
To show you.
So that passes, and then on to psychic powers.
-1. I'm actually drawing a blank as to whether you have to be within. You have to be line of sight to see, or is it just within? Because if it's within, I'm going to give it to Belias.
Okay.
If it's not, I'll give it to this big unit.
Okay.
So I'll do it now anyway.
Yeah.
We'll check the rule. That's okay.
Okay.
So, because I'd rather him have -1 obviously than just the cultists. But
just a reminder there, just remember that you did score 2 points at the beginning of your turn, so the score is actually 3-2.
What was the second point? What was the second point from?
What?
So I scored 1 point there, and the second one was from
these guys,
the cultists.
Obviously, I didn't kill them. You know, I fought cultists. Cultists are strong men.
Killed 5.
Strong men. Okay. and I was there counting all my dice. Like I've got 2 attacks, and I've got 3. I've got all these dice, but no, didn't happen.
Kill 5 cultists.
Kill 5 cultists.
Yeah, so let me check that, and I'll let you know off camera, and then we'll start
shooting.
Shooting.
No, let's do the psychic phase.
All right.
Let's do the fight psychic phase. So what are you going to do? Cursed Earth?
Cursed Earth on a 7.
Perils. Do you want to reroll one?
Yeah, reroll one of those.
Okay.
For a CP.
Reroll that one again.
Okay, 5 doesn't go off.
Okay.
But that's okay. And then we're going to do Infernal Power for reroll 1s. That goes off.
Pass, yeah.
And then we're going to do -1, and we'll do it on. Well, actually, he heals back up a wound, which you'll love to know every turn. And we'll put it on the closest one.
Okay.
Okay, so
closest to my line,
yeah.
right? So to the camera,
which is a 6, I believe. Miasma Pestilence.
Okay, passed as well.
I'll check.
So let's check that. You can check actually. Miasma Pestilence, just in case it's more than that.
Pretty sure it's a 6.
Yeah, and then we'll go into the shooting phase. Woohoo! And we're back. Everything checked. Psychic powers, prayers. If we're still hearing.
I was chanting to the dark gods,
yeah.
and they told me
we checked them.
Did it all right, DC?
Did we check?
We checked. We're okay.
We checked properly. Always better to check.
But if I didn't do anything wrong, comment below.
Yeah.
Make it personal.
It's always better to be personal. Okay, so shooting phase. Autocannon from the Discord all the way into here. It's actually quite weird because it looks like if we were actually playing in the big table edge and they were that close to the table edge, I'm sure an autocannon wouldn't be in range, but it actually is now. So cool.
It's a big one.
So 2 shots coming in hot.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s. That's 1 wound, -1.
Doesn't matter though.
Yep, so 3 up. And out, and again, I carry on failing, but it's fun now, isn't it? It's fun, fun. I'll take the heavy bolter off. Actually, no. Actually, yeah, I'll take the heavy bolter off. Okay, and now we've got the Leviathan. We've got the Leviathan firing into the Death Company. Poor Death Company. What a bad game they've had. Just running away from bullets, and whilst the brothers fall behind and get killed. I think this is like the last. They are touching cover. Everything's touching cover, at least.
I'll spend a CP for blasphemous machines, so Belias can shoot at his normal ballistic skill.
Okay. Perfect. So hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s then.
Hitting on 2s. Missed 1. Oh, missed 2.
3.
Oh, 3.
3.
Good eyes.
And wounding on 2.
So I dropped 5.
I'll use your dice.
Nice.
So I do have a 3-up save.
Okay.
Because I am touching cover. And that's 4 removed. I do have 6 up, but these are damaged too.
Yes, they
so
are.
I'll do 2 at a time. So 6 ups, that's 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead. So I do still survive with 1. I'll leave the Thunderhammer there. And I believe that's the end of your turn, because everything's advanced, right?
Yeah, everything's advanced, yeah.
Cool. So that's the end of his turn. 1 Death Company alive. I will do my leadership test. So I've lost 4. My leadership is 7. So on a 4, 5, 6,
he runs away.
Someone runs away. And look! That's because I'm constantly rolling low. So for this, I'm still rolling low. So it means he does survive. So 1 Death Company still alive. On to my turn till we go. Let's see how I do this. Catch you back now.
And we're back. Scorched earth as the jetpacks launch down, make ground. Assault Marines are preparing to go to war. I quite like that you've got a little bit of space here.
Yeah.
On the sides for bits and pieces. Just noticed that.
It's also it's also shiny, so I can check my hair out.
Which he does all the time. Anyway, back to the battlefield. So we've got a unit coming down deep strike here, 9 inches away, of course, from the cultists, and we'll fly over here to another unit that has come down 9 inches away from both what's left of the hero cultists and obviously the 29 blob right there.
These guys have moved up a bit as well.
These guys have shuffled somewhat to get into the fight.
Yep.
And these guys have stood still.
Yep. And then I did say on camera before we actually cut off that I was going to leave the Thunderhammer. But actually, it's no point leaving the Thunderhammer there when the closest target is some cultists. So I'll change it for the chainsword because I do get I will be hitting on a better ballistic skill. and I will be getting an extra attack as well.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, is there any psychic phase?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
So straight onto psychic phase, I'm going to go smite into them.
Okay.
Because the 5+ invulnerable save, I didn't know what you were bringing anyway. So I did give him the 5+ invulnerable save, and we don't like to change and tweak for list building anyway. So no point on giving him that. So I will be giving him. What was it? Rage. What was it? It's Black Rage, and the other one was
Unleash.
Unleash Rage. Yeah.
Something Rage.
So I'm going to go for Unleash Rage first. So I do need a 6 onto Dante, and that's a fail. And then Smite onto your Cultist.
Okay.
And that's a pass. D3 is 2. So 2
nice.
dead Cultists for now.
Take it from the end.
From this side.
Yeah. Why not?
So that's my end of my psychic phase. Shall we go on to the shooting phase?
Yeah, why not? There's not much else. So, shall we begin?
Yeah, let's begin. So, pistol into the Cultists.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. That's a fail. Inferno pistol into the these guys. So hitting on 2s. Hits a hit and 2s to wounds. That's 1 dead Cultist.
1 dead Cultist.
Carry on.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Good thing
and then Librarian hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s, fails. I'm laughing, guys. Still not crying. Still not crying. Okay, these guys are all going to fire into the Cultists here. I do have 2 melters in there, so I'll do the melters first. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. That's 2 Cultists removed, even if they're in cover, they're still removed.
Very
and then
melted.
I've got the pistols. So that's 6, 7, 8 pistols more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, there's a unit. There's something missing here, right?
Something missing? Maybe you put him over here.
No, there's no one missing there. No, it's fine. This one's the 9-man squad.
Okay.
So 7 guys. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. 3 wounds. You are in cover.
I am. So 5 ups here. So 2 more die.
2 more die. So we took 2 from
so the... 3 in total. 4 in total.
4 in total.
2 melters and then 2 there. So 1 survives.
1 survives. Perfect.
The heroes.
The heroes.
Heroes that they are.
Okay, do you want to take these off?
Do you want to shoot these guys?
Yeah, let's shoot those and then we can cut off and we can take the dead Cultists off. Okay, so 2 melters into... you positioned them very well so my melters couldn't get in. So 2 melters going into the Cultists. 1 hits, 1 wound, so 1 dead for now. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pistols. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3s.
You can reroll that one. That was cocked.
No, it was just a bit, so that's fine. And then 3s to wounds. That's 2 wounds.
2 wounds. 6s. No,
so
another 2.
3 in total.
3 in total from there.
And then we can move on to the Devastator squad.
Okay.
To finish that off, really. So Devastator squad firing into the closest. Let's just the closest.
Not a problem.
Yeah, let's do the closest. So first is the missile firing 3 up. That's a hit, and your toughness is 6.
7.
7. Okay, so 3 to wounds. No wounds. And then I've got a las cannon.
Yep.
This one's firing at its normal ballistic skill, which is a hit, and this one's firing at a 2+ because of the signum.
Okay.
And fails on a 1.
Don't let them see you cry, Pardo. Space Marines don't cry.
Breathe. Breathe. Breathe.
Stay strong, brother.
Wounding on 3s. That's a wound. Minus 3. So
I got a 5 up.
Yeah.
Because my curse death did not go off. And that doesn't matter.
Of course it doesn't matter.
Because it's a 6.
Wow, this just gets worse and worse. Okay, and I think that's the end of my shooting phase, so we can move on to the charge phase next.
Sounds good. I'll get rid of my Chaos Cultist dead bodies and we'll test it back. Salty Bay. Charge phase has begun. We're beginning with the Death Company facing down his nemesis, his ancient foe, the unit of 10 cultists. We're going to do some Overwatch. Nothing. You may charge, sir.
He's in.
He's in. He's going to smash him. Oh dear. Just super angry. Okay, so that's done.
Yeah, next up I'm going to go, these guys, no, I'm going to go with those guys. So they need 9 inch, right?
Yeah, -2 because of my baleful icon.
this yellow dice.
Exactly.
Okay, so I do need an 10. No. Yeah, I do need a 10 because I get +1 to my charge.
Yes.
So, Overwatch?
Yeah. I've counted. I've got 2 guys in range.
Range and line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do need a 10. Here we go. Ah, I saw it. I'm not going to use a CP because I am going to use this. What's it called?
The Descent of Angels.
Descent of Angels. From above, they will fall and die.
Okay.
So what that does is basically, if you get any unit with jump keyword coming in from reserve, you roll 3d6 for a charge instead of 2. There's 2 CP, so I'm out of CP, but I think I have to get in there and munch up those cultists. So let's see what happens.
All right. So you get 3d6, but because of the snake train we've got going on, they're in range of Malik's Baleful icon, which means the unit has -2 to charge it. So
Overwatch.
Overwatch, I've already pre-done these. Look,
Yeah, just those dice.
baked in the oven, nice and fresh. And now we're going to get some 6s. Oh, that's like a roll worse than yours.
No. Do you reroll anything?
Reroll? No, only Abaddon
Okay,
gets all
so
rerolls.
I do need it's 10-inch distance because you did take the couple from the front.
See?
And then you give me a -2. You give me to 12,
Yep.
and I get a +1, so I need an 11 and 3d6.
Yes. Oh, lovely! Look at that.
Okay,
Easy.
so I'll move those later.
Okay.
They've failed their charge.
Yes,
Right? Did I
they
roll
have.
already for that? Yeah.
You
and
did.
then these guys are just going in. They don't need any range.
No.
But I'm just going to move them in as much as possible because they can move over. And then the Baron is just following behind. So yeah, I'll basically move these guys in.
Okay.
And then we'll
My
see what
cultists
happens.
are in trouble. Catch you back in a moment. The combat phase, Dante and his trusty magician, which we still have yet to name, smashing into the cultists, supported by the assault marines that have piled in here, and Mr. Pardo eagerly got his dice ready to do some killing.
Hopefully. Okay, so starting off, I'm gonna go with the sergeant.
Okay.
Into them with his power sword, hitting on 3s. 1 miss. Wounding on 2s. 1 wound at -3, so that means 1 cultist is dead.
1 cultist is dead.
Okay, and these are all the other attacks from the chainswords and the guys with the melters.
Oh dear.
Hitting on 3s. That's a lot. Look, yeah, that's about average, right? Make me happy. Say it's average. Look,
It's average.
This one's fallen out and still rolled the 1 again. Okay, and then wounding on 2s here, because they normally wound on 3s. So
Big 2s.
Couple of extra fails.
I like
So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 wounds.
9 wounds, and no minus.
No minus.
1, 2, 3,
Not yet.
4, 5,
I
6.
will have a minus next turn.
7, 8, 9. Oh, I see.
Because I did change to the. Well, I have to change to the tactical doctrine now.
I see. Well, let's see if they're around next turn. 6s, nothing. So that's 3, 4, 6, 9, 10 dead so far.
10 plus. How many did he slay? He killed 1.
9
right?
here, and then 1 here for 10.
That. Perfect. So 10 already there. You won't pay 2 CP to attack, right?
Ooh, thinking about it, I'm gonna go with no.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, next guy is the guy here who's gonna murder the guy just behind this wall here. Okay, so 2 attack standard, 1 for chainsword, 1 for black rage, and 1 for shock assault.
Nothing.
Hitting on 3s, 2 misses.
Okay.
Wounding on 2s. 2. Don't pass these 2, please. Don't make
This is
this
the
game
time.
every worse.
Oh.
Okay, he's dead.
He's dead.
So he dies, and then I'm just gonna move him just a bit
How
here.
eager he is to move him out of there.
I just want to hide him, basically.
That's fair enough.
And there's your little cultist.
If he would have survived,
I would have just said game.
Oh, okay.
You can have the game. I'm not playing anymore.
You're not playing no more. Okay, so
Next, these guys. Next.
those guys, I haven't removed my dead yet, but they're going to be.
Yeah, we can carry on.
we
They
can
all
carry on.
carries on anyway. Okay, so Dante has 6 attacks. So 4, 5, 6, plus 1 for shock assault. Here we go.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s. Okay. And the strength of the Axe Mortalis is +2 strength. So basically, what you're going to choose.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6 dead, more dead, because it is -2.
That's 16 in total so far.
Okay, and then we've got the Librarian, who I believe has 3 attacks. Let me quickly check. 3 attacks +1 for charging. So 3 attacks +1 for charging. Hitting on 3s. Misses with 2, obviously. And wounds on 2s. Obviously fails another one. So 1 wound at -2, so that's another one dead.
So 17 dead in total.
17 dead in total. Yes.
Okay.
Sir. Now, let's take those 17 off, right? I think it's much better to do that because you do have to attack back, and yeah, it's just going to be much easier.
Okay, sounds good. I'll move my dead, and we'll catch you back for my revenge. And we're back.
Just want to mention that I could have wrapped around you, but obviously, if I would have wrapped you, you would have taken the dead ones from the wrapped ones.
Yes, of course.
So yeah,
basically, yes, I wouldn't want you to have wrapped and survived.
Yeah, exactly.
As merciful as I am,
you've done something worse.
I actually done worse. Okay. So I'll just quickly explain this. So after he consolidated, I took gaps out of my line because the unit starts here and goes around here. And that means I'm holding objective here if I spend 2 CP to keep them alive, which is
good. And I hope 9th edition stops this. I hope they actually. It just makes sense. Like you have to finish in coherency. You know, it just makes sense.
I agree, but also
I think Age of Sigma have that actually.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, Wakanda.
Wakanda. That's what we're doing. So I think it's the right thing to do to get the points at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But let's attack back. 4 attacks. 1 hit. 3 ones. Oh, there's a wound. If he takes a Space Marine, he takes a Space Marine.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! He's dead.
And that's it. So that's the end of your.
Yeah, I didn't score any at the beginning of the turn, just for those of you asking. So the score is 3-1 at the moment. You're down to 4 now command points because you're obviously going to spend 2 CP, right?
Yes, I am.
And then we can actually score your points now before you can actually move because it's at the beginning of your turn. So you would score 1, 2, 3 points. 3 points.
3 points.
3 points, yeah, because you're not within 3 inches of that one.
Not quite there, yeah.
So another 3, so that's 6-1 to you.
Excellent, look at that.
Greetings from the warp.
Greetings. I'm going to give you some greetings from the warp now. And Word Bearers, turn 3. And we're back, turn 3. For the Word Bearers. Here we go. Okay, movement over for them. Again, a bit of reshuffling here and there. And most importantly, Tide of Traitors, which is now 3 CP? 2 CP.
It's 2 CP.
You're thinking of
but you can only do it once, right?
Correct.
Okay, so they've moved. The unit that I just clashed against and killed, I believe it was 17 of them, have just come in from this table edge 9 inches from the Devastator squad on this side. I knew it was happening, but I just had to clash against the closest lines.
To get in there,
right? Just had to happen. Okay, so take us through your movement now. So a bit of reshuffling, right?
Pretty much, not a lot. These guys just shuffled it in advance so I can get some pot shots onto them.
Okay.
These guys had lurched forward, continued.
Yep.
Wrapped by these guys, just into the ruin there. Shots basically off on them or on these guys, depending on what happens.
Okay, cool. Now, you do have to do your prayer before we forget.
I do, as always. Okay. We're going to do the same again. Belias gets a -1. We'll cover him in darkness.
Oh, you failed it. Do you want to re-roll? You do have 2 CP.
I have 2 CP left, but I don't think he'd be alright. He's going to be okay without a minus. He can't be seen anyway.
There's nothing else that I can to stop him. I just have to tag him.
Yes.
And it's very difficult to actually tag him because my weapons, even if they're in range, they normally fail to hit or fail to wound.
Yes.
With my dice.
I'm betting on that as a tactic. Yeah. Right. And then we'll do the 5-up bubble of vulnerable for basically everyone inside the compound.
That's past anyway. Okay, so now we move on to the psychic.
Nice and easy. Cursed Earth again. Let's hope we get us off this time. No, we don't.
Okay, fail.
And then we'll do Infernal Power to reroll the ones. That does go off with a +1 for the Malefic Tome.
Yep.
From Master Possession. And then this guy, we're going to do -1, and we're actually going to do it on the Lord Discordant.
Perfect.
Because you might shoot.
Oh, perils. Do you want to reroll?
I do, yes.
Okay.
I do, which is not great.
Down to 1. And
Okay.
that's a fail. Yeah,
and now he is going to smite, and he'll just smite the Marines.
Swamp Marines on this side. Okay. That's a pass. D3. 2. That's 2 dead. I'll remove the 2 in the back, but not the fusion, not the melter. Sorry. I'll take these 2. I believe that concludes your psychic powers.
Yeah.
So that's the end of DC's movement. We've seen the prayers go off. We've seen the psychic powers go off. And we'll move on to the shooting phase. Coming up next. Okay. Shooting phase. All these cultists firing into the swamp marines just in front. Let's see how this goes. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s. Okay, so that's a low shot. 36, right?
36 in total, and then 34. Sorry, and then
the heavy stubbers.
The heavy stubbers, exactly. Give me 1 second. That's quite a few hits, actually.
Okay.
Happy with
and
that.
then wounding on 5s.
5s. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow.
10 wounds.
Okay, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2 more. 2 dead already. I'll reroll these. 3, 4 dead Marines.
Wow. Heavy stubber.
Okay, yeah.
And we just
finish them off.
That's on 5 because he moved. Nothing.
Okay. So 3 removed Marines. I'll take 1, 2, and 3. I'll keep the melter still there. Okay.
Okay.
What's next?
We're gonna do Belias into them to finish them off.
Okay. Oh, you're a bit. How do you say it?
Greedy. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, because he can't shoot the characters yet.
Okay. Yeah, just finish them off, and you should finish them off.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so
hitting on 2s because he hasn't moved,
yeah.
And then wounding on 2s. God, I love butcher cannons.
That's a 2 as well.
So
I'll just roll your dice. 4 pluses.
4 pluses.
And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's dead. 6 anyway. So that's the unit removed from there. Not looking good, guys. Not looking good.
Oh dear.
Okay. What's next?
Okay, we're going to do a shoot over to these guys.
Okay.
We're going to have him fire into the Salt Marines in the corner. So hits on 2s. 2 hits. Wounds on 3s. That's 2 wounds. -1. 2 damage.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Then we're going to fire this
decimator.
This
into them as well.
That's Bob.
Okay, into them as well, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So first gun. That's 1, 2, 3 hits.
3 shots.
3 shots. They're going to be hits. There you go.
3 hits. So that's 3 dead.
And then we're going to do the next gun.
3 dead. Yep.
3, 4 shots. So remember, hitting on 2s because of the low discordant. Rerolling 1s for infernal power. That's another 4.
Okay. So that's the unit removed as well on this side.
That's them gone?
Yeah. So that was just one of them, right?
Yeah, that was.
So you do have 2 more there.
I guess the smite did work on there. Okay, so he will go into Dante.
Okay. Yeah, because they're both characters there already. So.
Yep. So that's 3, 4 shots. Okay, so hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s for infernal power. So that's
4 mortal wounds already. I do have to check his stats. So
okay.
I'm gonna go and check that. And we'll finish it off now. We're back. 2 wounds left on Dante. Can he survive this last? Is it? No, this is the second gun, right?
This is the second gun.
So there's still another decimator still left to fire.
There is.
Okay.
Rerolling 1s for infernal power.
Yes, sir.
That's 3 more.
That's him removed. Okay, so Dante also removed from the table, and now we've got 1 more decimator firing into the Lonely Librarian. 4 wounds to remove.
That's
4 already. Oh, that's hitting on 2s. No.
Rerolling 1s.
Yeah, rerolling 1s. That's all hits. That's him removed as well. Only now left the Devastators and that Death Company, which is hiding in this ruin.
I forgot about him.
Who's the hero now? Okay, so we've got these cultists firing here. There's a lot of shots. So we will be doing this off camera, and we'll catch you back for the wound rolls. The luck just carries on for DC. Look at that little cute smirk there. He's happy. 15 wounds done on the Devastators.
I did use Veterans of the Long War.
Yes, you did.
Because I had a CP left, so why not?
Yeah. And it's the best time to use it, right?
Yeah, why not?
So many shots coming in. Okay, I do have 2-ups, so let's see how this goes. I'll reroll that weird dice there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 still slain.
Yes.
I'll leave a last cannon there, just in case. And I believe that's the end of your shooting phase.
That's it.
Okay, I have to do a leadership here.
I'm going to try and charge him.
Okay, I do need to. Can you charge? You were 9 inches away, right?
Yeah.
So you have to measure up. Remember?
Yeah. I'm charging.
Okay.
Oh, I failed.
He failed. Okay, so I've lost. My leadership is a 7. I've lost 3, meaning that 4, 5, 6. Yeah, on a 5 or 6, he runs away.
No, he's fine.
He
loves
fine
it.
4. Okay, so that concludes DC's brutal turn 3.
I feel bad. I feel bad.
You score points in my turn 3 because my Death Company is there, taking it up to 2-6. So I could get this. I still have my Smash Captain coming in, and my. What's so funny? I don't know what's so funny.
I know. I'm not laughing.
Don't making fun of me.
I'm laughing with you.
Okay, so we'll catch you back after my movement for turn 3 coming up next.
The angels have descended. One last hurrah, maybe. The Smash Captain here coming down, maybe to face off the Lord Discordant. And for that, I had a little leadership testing to do here, so I lost 3 of them. They're fine. But I just wanted to make sure in case any models disappeared.
Yeah, always good. It's good you remembered. I didn't remember.
I didn't remember.
You know, I'm so ahead of points that I'm not thinking about cultists running away.
Okay, so movement phase is done. They've both deep striked in.
Yeah.
He has stood still, facing off the horde. There's going to be clambering all over his building.
His one-shot last cannon into the horde.
All right. So what are we starting with first, sir?
Pistol into the cultist squads from the captain. Hits, wounds.
Okay.
So no minus.
No minus. Okay. So
yes, it's a pistol. Sorry, guys. I would have obviously gone into the assault doctrine. Assault doctrine. Tactical. Yeah, heavy tactical assault, which makes pistols and close combat weapons a -1 more. And obviously I would have gone. I didn't mention at the beginning, but obviously you want to get there with the Blood Angels. So it's a -1 on the pistols.
Okay, so one's dead.
Yeah, one's dead.
This guy.
Now, what shall I fire next?
There's so much on the board to choose from.
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear.
Okay, next I'm going to go with the last cannon. I'm going to go straight into it. Does he have the -1?
No, it's the Lord Discordant who got the -1 for Miasma Pestilence.
Okay, so I'll go into just the front, what they call Decimator.
Actually, he didn't get Miasma off.
Did he?
He didn't because I failed, didn't I? It was a perils, and I had to re-roll. I still failed, but I got the smite off.
Okay, cool.
So he's not -1 if you want to shoot him.
I'll shoot into the Decimator.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s.
Catch you back in a moment. Okay.
Think positive. Think positive. We got this.
All right. So he's had a moment. He's happy now, and we've got the Sanguinian guards firing into the cultists.
Into the cultists, yeah.
Yep.
The Angelus bolt guns. Assault 2. Hitting on 3s. Fail with 3, average. Wounding on 3s. Fail with 2. 1 wound, sir. -1.
Oh, so 1 dead.
1 dead.
I'll take this guy.
Bravo. And then I've got an Infernus Pistol Burst, just 6 inches, so
okay.
I can't do much. And yeah, believe it or not, guys, that's the end of the shooting phase.
I shouldn't laugh so much.
Don't laugh. Yeah, it's like bullying.
I know,
you're actually bullying me. Let's go straight into just charges. There's no point in cutting off. So I'm going to go with the Sanguinary Guard into them first.
Okay, sure thing. So it's 9 for them.
Of which?
Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3. I think he might be out.
Okay.
I'll just throw 3 there. 2 hits.
One wound. Twap.
Okay, so we got a wound there, and you need a 9 actually, because I am out of my bubble range.
Are you? Wow, some good news at last. I need an 8 to get +1 to charge.
Ah, nice.
Here we go.
Here we go.
It's where the game changes.
Yeah,
boom! They're in.
All right.
Okay, and next I've got him,
Mr. Smashy.
firing into the proper Smashy, because this proper Smash captains came from the Blood Angels.
Okay.
He's charging into the Lord Discordant. He's got the aura, right?
So
he's got
the aura is
-2.
still touching there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I do need a 10 to get into him.
Because you get +1.
Yeah, I do need a 9 to get into him, so I'll probably charge both.
Okay.
Because they're already in combat, just in case I fail that. So I do need a 10, aura is 12, and then I get +1, so I need an 11. Am I right?
So you're 9 away. You get +1. I get
I'm
-2.
10 away from the Lord Discordant.
So yeah, you're leaving 11.
An 11 and a 10 against these guys, right?
9 on them.
8 with them.
With a +1.
Okay.
Okay.
So hoping for 11.
Okay. Here we go.
This is easy, right?
It's easy. Oh.
I don't even get into the cultist.
There he is.
There he is. Fire at me!
Okay, we'll move them in and we'll catch you back for the combat phase coming up. Alright, here we go. Time for the angels to reap what they sow. Oh. Right.
Another escape game. So yeah, so I've moved because I've moved as much as possible. Obviously, that one would have to be there, and then I'm gonna try and tag in. So how many cultists have you got left there?
Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left now.
And then I'll try and pile it into those 2.
Yeah, makes sense.
Decimators at least.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Hitting on 3s. Okay, that's much better.
Yeah.
3 misses. And now I'm doing them all together, even though this is an axe, because I'm wounding on 2s anyway, and they're -2 and -3, meaning that the cultist would be dead anyway. So wounding on 2s. Okay, and that's the unit dead.
That's very, very dead.
That's the unit dead. I will pile in into both these 2 guys. So pile in this way, and this way, meaning that you can actually attack now. Do you know your stats? Do you know how many attacks you
I believe there's 5 attacks plus shock assault. I need to check, to be fair.
You don't get shock assault because you haven't got charged.
I said shock assault.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
Okay, it was 5 attacks, and because it's not a charge.
Yeah, I didn't charge you.
So I don't get the extra one.
Heretic assault.
That's okay. We get hitting on 2s because the Lord Discordant is nearby. And rerolling 1s for infernal power still.
Do you hit on 3s normally?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
you hit on 4s.
Don't forget, you can make them like combat variants. So
yeah, but I mean, your ballistic skill and weapon skill is 3+.
Yeah, normally.
Oh, I thought there were 4+. Good, nice.
Yeah, very nice. So all hits, and then strength 7, wounding on 3s. Ooh,
that's not a very good roll.
Reroll 1s for infernal power. There you go. So 1, 2,
6,
3, 4,
right?
5, 6 wounds.
Okay, no minus.
No minus.
Swaps. That's 1 dead and 1 wound. So I will give this one the 1 wound, and I'll take the axe.
Okay.
And that's finishes off my turn 3.
All right. Okay. So we'll catch you back at the end and start of the... I can't even... I'm going.
Here we go, boys and girls. Turn 4. Can I actually survive 1 more turn? We will be counting the points, your points at the beginning of your turn. Before you actually moved, you were capturing 1. Just the 1, right? This one you weren't capturing.
No.
So just 1 point, taking you up to 7-2. We do need an extra dice.
That's okay. I've got one. I've got you, buddy.
7-2 at the moment. And there you have it. That's his movement. He has fallen back with the 2 that were in combat with the Sanguinary Guard.
Yep.
Shuffled up with the 3rd one. Disco Lord moving up towards my Warlord. And then the rest has stayed put. Except for the blob on this side that came in as Tide of Traders.
They're coming for him.
They're coming for him, yeah. Has moved up now to get in just line of sight, mostly with all of their shots into this Lonely Devastator here on this side. Nothing you can do about the lonely
No, I know.
Death Guard,
But
there's hiding away, trembling. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. And yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Shall we go
I can't
into...
table you.
No, you can't table me.
That's it.
Ha.
Ha.
I win.
You win.
Okay, so let's go on to prayers first.
Yeah, we'll do the usual. Bias gets -1
and repeat.
and 5 up the bubble.
Nope, failed that. Ah, yes, you
yeah,
do go through because
2
you've
up.
got the little boys with you.
They're Dark Disciples.
Yeah, little boys.
Right. Psychic.
It's like they can still be little boys and be called Dark Disciples.
Yeah, but they're not. They're heroic men.
Okay.
Manliness.
So now we go on to psychic powers.
Yep.
Smites.
We're gonna smite.
Yep. Cool. So 5. That's a pass. D3. That's the big 3. So that's 2 slain. So that's them removed, and then
he'll do. I guess -1 on that front one.
Okay.
Not that there's any point. No, he doesn't get it.
Fails. And then we got the Master of Possession.
He'll smite.
Smite. Can you take him out of the way?
That's +1 as well.
Yeah. So that's a 7. You just needed a 6 anyway, and that's him removed as well. So just now, my Warlord left on this side.
Cursed Earth quickly. On
Okay.
7.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in
That's
case.
a pass as well. And then, shall we go straight into a shooting phase?
Yeah.
Let's just shoot these guys because you can finish this off now.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Let's not be silly.
Let's do the Decimator.
Okay.
Do what he does best. I didn't get Infernal Power off, remember, though, so...
That's a 5 and a 1.
So that's 4 shots.
Yeah. That's what you need.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know he's got 5, so this is just 1 gun, isn't it?
So
that's 4 already gone. And now the second gun.
Second gun, 2d3.
Okay, that's 3.
3 shots.
And that's him dead. So slay the Warlords and the last of my threatening units. We can call it now there. We could have... Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Let me count some dice.
Let's do this.
And I'll be back now.
Okay. So you can't believe he's making me do this. At least you're not going to table me, which is fun.
Yeah.
Fun. Warhammer's fun, guys. Okay, so these are all the wounds onto my Devastator. Looking for 2 ups. And there's the 2 ones. I only needed 1, but that makes him removed from the table. Only the shivering Death Company. Sorry, Death Guard. I can't constantly say him. There he is. There's the man. There's the hero. Fist bump. Win for DC. We'll catch you back for the end of game conclusion. And a big end of game conclusion because we're going to talk about how we felt playing on a smaller battlefield. See you back now. So there we have it, boys and girls, the end of the game. The first game on the smaller minimum measurements for the Games Workshop 40k game now, and the loss for me again. It was cool. So let's talk about the game first.
Yeah, game first.
Game first. So
okay,
the stealing of the initiative was just an automatic game over. Yeah. It was, I was like, no, he's done it twice in a row. He's not going to do it the third time. Bam! Straight in the face. And yeah, it was game over. Like as soon as I lost, like losing that assault squad at the beginning was like, yeah, fine, whatever. I basically had to deploy the assault squad because I needed a certain amount of points on the table to have reserves. Mm-hmm. But using that Storm Raven, which would have moved forward and taken at least one of the decimators out, maybe even 2 with the 2 melters and the 2 las cannons, coupled with the shots from the Devastator that I would have had into the Devastators as well, into the Decimators as well, would have been a complete different game. But look, that's how it is. That's basically how the game works. Hopefully, maybe in 9th, that's something else that I've been scratching my head. They will remove 9th stealing of the initiative, like ITC did. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of ITC. I know it's like when you're playing games, it's fun. It's all, I'm going to steal his initiative. But as playing the game, I think it's much better that there's not a steal. Look what's happened today. Yeah, there hasn't been a game really. Yeah, if you think about it, as much as I tried, apart from my roles being like they've been for the last month,
so good.
Apart from that, it changes the game drastically.
Yes.
You know,
it's.
You took a Storm Raven down with 2 decimators.
Even when I rolled it and then off camera, I was like, "Oh, this is like you can look. This is gonna hurt."
Yeah.
And I will say that the board size does. It's only a little bit, but I think it helps with that because for me, I could tuck around that big ruin.
Yeah.
Give myself lots of cover. Burst out of that, which I was hoping to do if I did seize the initiative and put some hurt on you, and you were closer. Like you were a little bit closer, and Well,
it's weird.
It creates more engagement. Not sorry to go on to the board.
Definitely
now
more
game,
engagement, which I think is something that they've been wanting to do for 9th. Like,
yeah,
I specifically, I mentioned this at the beginning, but I specifically took the Blood Angels and I specifically took a lot of close combat units to actually test the space and how much I can apply pressure. But it was weird because when we started the game, I really wasn't paying attention of the board being smaller. But now that we've finished, it's suddenly come to my head where the game's gone faster. It's definitely gone faster, even though it was a quick game because of the circumstances. It's definitely gone faster. Everything's more in range than normal.
Yes.
And I don't know.
I'll give you an example, guys. His turn when you brought down your
turn 2.
Your turn 2 when you brought down your 2 units of assault marines.
Yeah.
I was able to cover far more of the board. And it sounds silly because it's just a little bit of space. For example, it's what was it, 6 inches or whatever it is on the one side.
Yeah, I think so. It's 12 inches less if you think about it.
But that side, that meant the whole area. I didn't even have to bother putting any troops there. No. That's areas where I have to. And me getting stretched that way meant less bodies out on the actual main bit of the field, which means that he might have had some gaps to open up in.
Yeah.
It was nice to see, I guess, on the smaller board how that area denial can work for units like horde stuff, like my cultists. So I think that definitely helped with from my perspective.
Yeah.
Because it saved all my key assets from getting chopped up.
Yeah. Basically, I think they've just done it for the game to go faster. I think it will help a lot the game faster. It will definitely help to apply pressure with armies like World Eaters and Nids, that are armies which aren't competitive enough now to win events, and they do struggle. So doing that maybe, and then again, we're playtesting just the measurements. Like 9th can have so much different mechanics to it that we're just talking here, and we maybe shouldn't even be talking about those type of things.
We're just excited.
We're just excited.
And we were like,
I've actually liked it. Liked it. I think whilst you're playing it, you're not really realizing, but now that we've finished the game and now we're like having a more pragmatic look at it, perfectly said. I think it will be the best thing for the game. Now, going back to the game, would I have done everything differently? No, I think I played them as best as possible, bringing units slowly in.
Yeah.
Hadn't got the stratagems CP as I wanted to have, but that's because of the list that we wanted to try out. But there, it was very difficult. It was an uphill battle as soon as you got that 6 at the beginning.
Yeah, and I didn't. There'll be my comments, but I didn't tailor the list at all towards like an anti-marine, This is literally
because I was going to play Nids.
Yeah, you were actually. Yeah, you did say I might play Nids, I might play Blood Angels, and I said, okay, well, I'm going to bring my
shooty list,
my walker list. Yeah, exactly, and I wanted to actually see how it would work with a shoot, because my shooty list is very castly, as you guys saw in the game, and I wanted to see how the smaller board would affect like Nids and Blood Angels. I know they were coming at me.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, well, if I can try and see how, and to be honest, Seize the Initiative, maybe if I didn't do Seize the Initiative, it may have gone completely the other way.
Yeah.
Because of that space, because of that, I couldn't.
I don't
really
know
escape.
if it would be. I think that your list is tailored better to fight against everything, where mine is tailored to actually fight against a specific type of list. But it would have been a much better game, for sure, much tighter game. And now something that's popped in my head is like so many units which have short-range guns, like storm cannons on Leviathans, or your decimators with soul burners.
Yep.
They're much better now, because you can't actually escape from them after a couple of turns when they start moving forward. So, yeah, in general, I've really enjoyed the experience of playing on a smaller. I've had fun. We always have fun, guys. It's really important to have fun. Look at me. I've lost the game badly. I got stolen the initiative. My rolls were pathetic. They weren't even bad. They were pathetic. And look, we're still smiling. We're still having fun. Where's the hero? Wow. There you go.
Oh, dear.
So yeah, we've enjoyed it.
We have. I've had great fun, and it's nice to give the Imperium what they deserve.
Yeah. And there we have it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you want more content, feel free to visit smbatreports.com, where we have the SN Plus side of the website with over 100 battle reports in both classic style White Dwarf and the video battery book formats. And there you have it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Cheerio!